Hi again. You guys remember the pantry? I had to do the Leandley episode in here because my parents were watching TV and it was really loud. Well, that's happening again. So, yeah. Today's episode of the Old 62 is on Alfred Beagle. The, well, at one time he was the butler of Batman, and he's still the butler of Batman in this universe. Apparently, Batman of the present visited Earth 2 at some point, because it says that they're still he's still working for Batman, and I was like, how would they know that? So I'm guessing sorry, I'm guessing our Batman, present Batman, visited Earth 2. So let's get on into this. He was created by the team of Don Cameron and Bob Kane, who I'm familiar with both of them to an extent. I don't know a lot of things that they made, but they're pretty good. Their creations are pretty good. He first appeared in Batman number 16 in 1943. And let's get on to the history. Alfred Beagle was born as the son of Jarvis Beagle, a retired military agent who had proved to be less than apt as his father, though a competent military officer. Following the service of the First World War, Beagle followed the deathbed request of his father, who used to be a butler for the Wayne family. Alfred sought out Wayne to fulfill his father's last request, and upon arriving to Gotham City, Alfred introduced himself to Bruce Wayne and Dick Grayson at Wayne Manor, and insisted on becoming their butler. See, now, usually, he's there before Dick. So, yeah. Originally, the pair did not want to jeopardize their secret identities with a servant in the house. They did not reject him outright. However, as fate would have it, Beagle stumbled onto the Batcave and deduced his master's secret identities. Alfred would later rescue the dynamic duo from a trap and aided them to capture the criminals responsible. Alfred's sense of responsibility and his knowledge of their secret identities convinced Bruce Wayne that he could be depended on to keep their secrets and manage the day-to-day operations of Wayne Manor. Since then, Alfred became Bruce Wayne's butler and Batman's assistant. On his role, Alfred would always think about Bruce and Dick's well-being, often suggesting them to take a well-deserved rest. Alfred assisted the dynamic duo on several occasions, some of the most notable ones being the capture of the robber baron, his assistance in capturing the criminals Tweedledee and Tweedledum. But they reversed it for some reason. I don't know. As well as a large criminal gang, and his help uncovering the fraud organized by George Grayson. However, Alfred's assistance was always accidental, and more often than not, he had to be saved by the dynamic duo. And there it shows a picture of him carrying away suitcases. A trusted butler. As he became part of Batman and Robin's adventures, Alfred decided to get in shape and start exercising. Bruce noticed Alfred's hard work and allowed him to go on vacation. Alfred spent his vacation on a health resort, where he worked extremely hard to become a more fit person. Upon his return to Gotham, Alfred had lost weight and was no longer stout, but instead he was a slender and thin man, and he also grew a fine line of mustache. And that leads to the Alfred that we know. Sort of. I mean, it's still him, but he looks like the Alfred we know. With his new appearance, Alfred was once asked to play the role of an important British lord who didn't want to be recognized in public. Using his acting background, Alfred played the role perfectly, but he attracted the attention of some criminals, who were after the real lord. Batman and Robin saved Alfred from harm and captured the criminal gang. I think that's the image I'm going to use for the thumbnail. Alfred's new look. Shortly after, Alfred fell in love with a woman called Belinda, and he tried to court her by revealing his connections to Batman. As proof, that's a typo. It says as a prove. It's yeah. As proof, Alfred disguised as Batman and tried to win Belinda's heart. However, Belinda was actually Catwoman. Oh. And Alfred fell for a trap. He was rescued by the real Batman and Robin, and after Catwoman's gang was captured, Alfred punished her himself, leaving her unable to sit for a short time. What did you do? That's a little, scandalous. Okay. Following his desire to become a detective, Alfred actually actively participated on some of Batman's cases, and he also started honoring his skills whenever he got the opportunity. Honing his skills. However, his meddling in minor criminal activities and his deliberate investigations often placed him in trouble, but he always managed to overcome the odds by sheer luck. Sometimes Alfred's attempts at real investigation were a complete success. That should be sometimes. There should be another S there. But despite capturing the criminals entirely by himself, his employers still doubted of the veracity of his feats. I wouldn't have put that "of" there, but it's nothing important. It's just a little thing. It can be overlooked. Later, Batman was summoned to England to solve a case, and Alfred was more than happy to visit his homeland. Alfred's presence proved to be an inconvenience at first, after he was captured by some criminals, but later he redeemed himself by saving Batman from... There should not be... Okay, this article has problems. I'm just gonna say it. This article has problems. He redeemed himself by saving Batman from a certain death. Why is that A there? Sometime later, Alfred helped stage the apparent death of Bruce Wayne, but unfortunately he was blamed for the murder. But Alfred was sent to prison, but thanks to Batman's efforts, his name was cleared and he was exonerated. Alfred was suddenly fired by Bruce Wayne, and no and with no place to go, Alfred went to the place of a man called Willie Willis, not knowing that Willis was a wanted criminal. When Willis asked Alfred to tell if he was Batman's butler, Alfred stuck to the truth and didn't reveal his connection. Willis was later captured by Batman, and Alfred was hired again. And there's no link there. I find it odd that there's no link for this Willis guy. One time, Alfred was cleaning the Batcave when he decided to try on one of the bat suits, and he was accidentally stuck in the head, which caused a temporal amnesia in him. When he recovered, he thought he was Batman, and started acting as such. Bruce and Dick allowed this impersonation to prevent further damaging his memory. Posing as Batman, Alfred solved a few cases, always with the help of Bruce and Dick. During an undercover mission, in which Alfred's role was that of a butler, he was stuck in the head once again, and his memory was finally restored. Wait a minute. Struck. I thought he got the cowl stuck on his head, but I guess he didn't. He was just hit with something. I don't know. What was he hit with? Okay, I know we've passed 10 minutes, but we've only got a little paragraph left. Alfred's dedication and reliability, an amount of dedicated Army field medic intelligence skills have proven him invaluable to Wayne and Grayson, and later expanded members of the Batman family, including Selina Kyle Wayne, and Helena Wayne. Following Bruce Wayne's death and that of his wife, and the departure of Helena Wayne and Dick Grayson, Alfred remained as caretaker of Wayne Manor and the Batcave beneath well into his old age. That's what I was talking about at the beginning of the video. How else would we know that unless he was visited by someone from New Earth or Prime Earth, back when New Earth was relevant, maybe? So yeah, that is his article, and I'm going to leave out powers and abilities for this episode because, I mean, he doesn't have powers, obviously, but he's probably got some abilities. Acting, military training, detective work. He's got some skill in all those fields, so yeah. And if you want to go over there and read anything that I didn't read for this video, I will be linking his article down below. And you should share this video around, see if we can get another kind of crossover. Have someone else go visit Earth 2. And it might make for a interesting comic. What's Helena doing at this point? What's the Dick Grayson of Earth 2 doing at this point? You know, there's a quote that I could say, but you don't know the video game. I promise you, you don't know it. It's a 2002 video game. It was nominated for Game of the Year, but it didn't get it. And you don't care anyway, so I guess that's all. If you want to know what he looks like, he is the thumbnail. And be sure to like and subscribe, and hopefully stick around. I'm having that problem on TikTok. A lot of people are liking one video and commenting on that video, and then I never see them again. They just leave. So this video is getting too long now, and I'm just rambling at this point anyway. So I will see you tomorrow, hopefully, and peace.